Hey traders, Nick here. After the Monday session, I figured I'd do a short video just to recap as to what happened to help people get a sense of what's going on in the indices, because this is a wild time. I've been saying in the last couple of weeks that I'm comfortable with the upside scenario unless we get a new shoe to drop, and guess what? They dropped a shoe on us on Thursday, which is the banking problem. That was not on the table. That is a new headline. It's not a regurgitation of an old headline. So what happened was basically the crisis in the banking for crypto, which has been ongoing, spilled into Main Street in the form of SVB and that other one, I can't remember what it is. So the fears are, who's next? From what I'm looking at, and I'm not an expert, do your own homework, it looks like it's contained to those niche banks. It's not like JP Morgan is going to fail because of it or get tested. You keep room for that. You leave room for error on that fact, but do your own homework. So let's talk price action. Last week, we knew these arrows existed. We hoped they wouldn't come. They came. And then this morning, this is the S&P. One day, and we had a spill in the morning. We had futures up almost 1%, then futures down more than 1%. Futures recovering to green. The market opened and recovered to green. Maybe the small caps were the least green. They were still red, minus 0.2, recovered 1.7 deficit. And they closed red over 1%. So that's a basket of 2,000 stocks. So you could say that a lot of the strength here came from just a handful of big companies. So the scoreboard could have hidden some weakness in the market. Nevertheless, the battle was it felt bullish, at least the recovery, and then they dropped, and then they bounced, and then they dropped back to the base from which they bounced. This orange box, there were a couple of boxes that were interesting for a period of time, and then they settled around this one. So I placed a line here that may represent tomorrow morning's pre-open wacko move. Why? Because we get a CPI report before the market opens, 8:30 Eastern. So this was my guess as to the candles. Maybe they flash a candle down to here, and then they do this, and then they decide which way to go. Which way will they go? I don't know. Whatever the CPI will say will dictate how the market will react. I think the market wants to see improvement on inflation. So low sixes may be okay as far as CPI. Below 6 will cause a rally. Much higher than 6 may cause some disappointment. Somewhere in the low sixes, I think that's what they're expecting. I'm not sure. Do your homework. If we get what they were expecting, we might get a flash low, flash high. They'll meander a little bit in the middle, and they'll try maybe to have a relief rally, relief from it not being bad, even if it's not good. I don't know. I'm guessing. What did I do today? I trade actively inside the day, got lucky with a couple of trades, but those are nothing I would send out to write home about. I did send out a note about selling. I sold a put in Tesla, believe it or not, and it paid right away. But I also took a flyer on Tesla call calendar. That was for fast traders, so I didn't send a note. So let's see how those play out. I am holding some calls in the S&P. They were red today, so on the spike, I sold calls against them for tomorrow. So I want to rally tomorrow, but I don't want it to be too big because I'm short a little bit for tomorrow. I will deal with that tomorrow as it comes. So what do I expect? I expect a battle for this zone. I need the S&P to get a little bit higher for me to get comfortable. Otherwise, the bulls are in trouble because we don't know what this banking problem may or may not be. So we need grown-ups in the room, like big money people, like Buffett, like JP Morgan heads, Bank of America heads, people who have giant soapboxes to come out and quantify this problem. Somebody needs to say, this is definitely not a banking crisis like 2008. I don't know if they did say it or not. I don't listen to news. So listen for that. If somebody says that, I think Wall Street will breathe a sigh of relief and we'll go back to battling whatever evil we were battling before that. Maybe this was a wake-up call for Powell. Maybe this will scare Powell into going back to be aggressive. We've had the 16th largest bank in the U.S. fail, maybe more. That is not small news, okay? They should listen. So we'll see what they do with that. All right, Nick signing out.